I just want to notice how loud the background noise is if I'm talking like this. Ooh, what's this button? Hold on. What's that? I don't even know what just happened. Hi everyone, it's Amanda Johnson, and I'm back with this week's Thoughtful Thursday. And I am going through some really deep learnings. And as I am reflecting on these lessons, I'm starting to be shown some nuggets of wisdom, and I want to share one of those with you today. So one of these nuggets that I have become aware of recently is I am creating my own struggle so as to avoid being okay. Really? I know. It's a little shocking. At least I was shocked. And I imagine I am not the only one who does this. And so as I was reflecting on and feeling into all of the different learnings that had for me, I also started to pay attention to how I uncovered that truth and how others can uncover truths like that for themselves. And what I realized is that it is based on the framework that I use in my signature coaching and training program, and I call it SOAR: Simply Observe, Accept, and Release. And here's how it works to start to uncover some of these nuggets of wisdom for yourself and to see if or where you might be creating struggle or avoiding something else deeper in your own life. So the first step is to observe any patterns that you may have when it comes to struggle or dissatisfaction or creating drama in your life. And now this may look like constantly fighting with your partner, or consistently living paycheck to paycheck and creating this sense of scarcity or lack. Or it could be constantly doubting yourself and thinking that there's always more that you should be doing or could be doing. And as we should all over ourselves, in some ways we are creating a struggle. Or maybe it's some other form of sabotage that is unique, or maybe not so unique to you. But either way, we observe where is that pattern. And then, without passing judgment, we begin to ask, what is underneath this? What am I avoiding by creating this struggle? I just recently listened to a call where one of my mentors, Jody England, asked this question. What is underneath that? What am I avoiding? And I noticed that in relationship to money and having more money in my life, what I'm avoiding is feeling satisfied, feeling secure. And as I started to reflect on that, I started to see just how often and how many times in my life I create struggle so that I don't have to feel okay, which blew my mind wide open, especially because as being okay is pretty much the main message of everything that I create and offer and put out into the world. And it's really the thing I am looking to achieve most often. And ironically, it is the thing I am avoiding most often. And I felt into that, and I noticed that I avoid feeling okay because if I'm okay, then I risk revealing more of my wholeness and more of my power. And that kind of terrifies me, which I'm going to talk about more in a future episode. So stay tuned. All right, so the third thing, after we've observed where the patterns lie, and we've done that non-judgmentally to see what's underneath our struggles, we can finally accept that this is what I'm feeling in this moment, and we can feel it fully. And I've recently talked about that, and I had another mentor of mine, Janine Yoder, recently remind me the power of feeling the pain of something and not being afraid of letting it be painful. And when we do that, when we feel it fully to that degree, what we start to notice is that it moves through us, or we move through it, and then we are finally able to release it. And as we release it, we start to notice and discover that there is something far greater underneath just waiting for us. At least that's been my experience, and I trust it will be similar for you. And I invite you, as you are doing this, to keep in mind something that my dear friend and business coach, Amy Biandini, reminded me of recently, which is to be curious and feel curious about what's happening more than feeling the need to analyze it or judge it. And I am the queen of analyzing and judging. So be curious and start to notice what comes up for you. And I'd love to hear from you, because we are all learning that there is nothing to fix. So we are just learning lessons. And there's always a new lesson to learn. And as we learn these lessons and we're open to them and we're curious about what lesson is in store for us in this moment or in this experience, we start to uncover more and more of our wholeness and our power. So what aha moment have you had recently? Or do you know some way that you are creating struggle in your life to avoid something? What is it? I would love to hear from you, because I'm constantly reminded what incredible mirrors we are for one another and how we have so much to learn from another person's experience. So come on over, be sure to leave a comment below this video or on my Facebook page so that we can learn from you just as much. And as always, I appreciate you taking some time out of your week to listen to these nuggets of wisdom. And if you happen to find this one useful, then I invite you to share it with a friend or like it. And be sure that if you haven't already, that you've signed up to receive these nuggets of wisdom directly into your inbox once a week, as I also share updates and personal stories, which I don't share anywhere else. And I'd love for you to be a part of that and to receive that as well. So I will leave you with this reminder that it is not about being more or being better, but it's about being good with being you. So until next time, have a great week.
Do you want to learn more about how to observe, accept, and release in your daily life so you can start revealing more of the wholeness within and start living the life you truly desire? If so, I invite you to join me for my upcoming Being You Holiday Challenge. You can get more information at www.amandajohnson.tv.